the dog house out the way, we got to talk about the stars of the week, or as I like to call them, the dogs of the week. First up, we got two-time NBA champion, been to the finals 4 times in his career. He's 2-2 in the finals. Started his career with the Seattle Supersonics, where he got drafted at. Played at University of Texas. They call him the Slim Reaper, Trey Five. He's from the DMV area. He's played with guys like Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Perkins, Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams. He's played with some really good people in OKC. He's played with Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala. Now played with, Chris Paul, Devin Booker. He played with DeAndre Ayton, Bradley Beal.
DeAndre Ayton.
Talking about KD, Kevin Durant. That's who I am talking about right now. Why Kevin Durant, might you ask? Well, Kevin Durant, right now on the season, is averaging 28.5 points, 6.7 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting basically 53% from the field. He has been balling these last few games, even in games where his team hasn't won. He's played phenomenal in these games. So I'm just going to go over the last 6 games he's played, because those are the games he played in this month. So his team is 3-3. So I'm not putting the team here. It's just Kevin Durant. So in a 118 and 109 loss to the Houston Rockets, Kevin Durant put up 30 points and 9 rebounds, but he did have 6 turnovers. In the game against OKC, where they lost 118 to 110, he put up 20 points, also had 5 turnovers and 4 rebounds. Then, in the overtime win against the Denver Nuggets, he put up 35 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and only 2 turnovers. Against the Toronto Raptors, put up 35 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Yeah, 4 turnovers in the game, but they came out with the win. Then against the Boston Celtics, where I believe he's had his best game so far in this stretch, but this was in a loss, where they lost 117 and 107 at home against the Boston Celtics. Kevin Durant put up 45 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, but he also had 6 turnovers. In the game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won 117 to 111. Kevin Durant put up 37 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and only 3 turnovers. Now, in these games, he's averaged about 45% from 3, 54% from the field, and he's 81% from the free throw line in that stretch. In that stretch, he's averaged 33 points, 7 rebounds, about 4 assists, but he's also had about 4 turnovers. So the turnovers is not the good thing. But Kevin Durant has been pretty much playing out of his mind this month. Other than that 20-point game, he's had nothing less than 30 points. Now, it's not resulting to wins, but I'm more so just talking about his play, how it's been as of late. Because I've mentioned guys that have had some losing streaks that have been playing pretty well, like a Luka Doncic, who he was balling for a while, and It wasn't leading to a lot of wins, but he played well. So Kevin Durant is no different. So he's on a team where he's had some of his players in and out of lineup. More so, Bradley Beal hasn't really been there all season. I believe Devin Booker was kind of out for a little while. So he had that going against him, but he's still been playing. He's been playing well pretty much all season. Like I said, 28 and a half points averaging right now. And Suns are, one of the teams fighting for spots in the West in a tough Western Conference. So that's why I'm making Kevin Durant a dog of the week. Tony?
Yeah, so we're just talking about the week. So he's, since your last show, so he's had pretty good. He's only played 3 games there. So I was like, that's not a really good way of judging it, right? Let's go back a couple more games. So I went back 2 games. So I have him averaging 34.4 games, 6.6 rebounds, 4.6 assists, but he's almost averaging about a block a game too, right? So he's playing really, really well. The only thing I wish about, and he's never going to be that type of player. The only thing I wish about him is that he was a more vocal player. You know what I'm saying? And he's never going to be that type of player. He let his game on the floor, act as his leadership role and on the team and things, and in that manner, right? But yeah, he's been balling, right? He's been balling. I mean, they only like 3-2 in those games, right? So they got a little bit of a winning record in the last 5. And they're 3-2, but he's playing now. The question is, what's that going to amount to when the time comes for the playoffs? How's that going to work in the playoffs? And that, I mean, it's fine. You're doing well in the regular season, but they got to start playing some defense. In order for them to win. But I am perfectly fine with you having him as a dog of the week. He has been. I'm surprised. Over the last 10 games, if you're going to look at it, he's really stepped up his game as far as scoring goes. But he's also played pretty good defense. Also, something that he's not known to do. He's KD on offense, and then the Mexican. He's Mexican on defense most of the time. Ole, he's doing that a lot. So. It's the same thing with Luka. But anyway, that's my take of him. I think he should have been a dog of the week already if he hasn't been. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with Kevin Durant being considered a dog of the week.
Yeah, he's definitely been balling, man. So that's why I had to put him in there, simply because he's been doing it on both ends. He's been playing better defense, and he's just been cooking. I mean, the team hasn't been winning all these games, but hey, can't say it ain't been him. Can't say it ain't been his fault.
It's about the consistency of the players around him too. Booker being consistently playing in the game. The Phantom of the Opera actually being on the floor to play on the floor when they got to play on the floor. I'm sorry, Bradley Beal. Got to be on the floor when they got to play on the floor. So you have a lot of scoring in there, right? I'm not saying the other guys don't play defense, but the 3 of them are not known for being defensive minded. They're known for being scorers. So they're a better version of the Indiana Pacers in the Western Conference. That's basically what they are.
Well, you heard it from the Pacer fan himself. Kevin Durant, welcome. You're now a dog of the week. All right, so now this is the one player that I